Jack, new sketch. Jack. Jack, you in there? Jack?
Hello and welcome back to the Packrat Comics Show. I'm Jack.
And I'm Josh.
And we've got 3 comic books to talk to you about this week. Exile on the Planet of the Apes, number 1, Deathstroke, number 7, and Avengers Assemble, number 1. So let's jump right in.
Alright, Avengers Assemble number 1 is the first thing we're going to take a look at today from Brian Michael Bendis and Mark Bagley. And obviously there's a lot of excitement coming out for the movie. So what did you think of this book, Jack?
I enjoyed it. I got a very strong Justice League number 1 vibe from a few months ago. The cover is actually almost exactly the same, I think.
Right.
But I mean, it was a fun book as an Avengers book. I like it a lot more than what Bendis has been doing recently with his Avengers stuff, because he's been writing it for so long. He's gotten, storylines all going on and everything. And this was just kind of a fresh start that I really enjoyed. The art was pretty good from Mark Bagley. It's not the best I've seen him do, but it's definitely not the worst. And I like the characterizations of most of the characters, and the Hulk was very cool in it.
Yep. That's the thing. In the past, I've been a huge fan of Bendis' work on the Ultimate Spider-Man, and I feel like anytime I read a story from him that I know I'm going to get something that's high quality. I dug the art in this quite a bit as well, and one of the things that, actually not even about the book in particular, I did like that they had kind of a new promo for Avengers vs. X-Men at the end,
right,
which I thought was a little more interesting than the last one we read, so that was kind of like a nice treat at the end of the book as well. So.
Right.
But yeah, good story.
Next up, we have Deathstroke, number 7 from DC Comics. So how did you enjoy this story?
I like Deathstroke number 7. The thing is, this is the first time I've ever read Deathstroke, and my only familiarity with the character really had been whenever I played Batman Arkham City, and I liked his appearance there,
yes,
but I really didn't know anything about him. And even in this, I feel like I didn't get a huge range of what the character's all about, but as kind of I'm not really familiar with what this arc is, but it seemed like as a self-contained story, it worked really, really well. I mean, it definitely had action, and I seemed to get kind of a feel for what the character's defining characteristics are, the things that kind of make him who he is.
And the cool thing about it was, it seems like the next issue is going to be a really good place to jump on.
Right.
But this was kind of cool story going on with it. It very much a big fight scene for a lot of the issue, which was well done and well told through the panels. And it really sold me at the very end of it when something happens with Deathstroke and the people that hired the assassin that's trying to kill him. And it's just very, very cool moment, and I like this issue a lot. I think it's not my favorite of the DC, but it's definitely really good, and I like it a lot. Very cool.
Very brutal.
Very brutal.
Dug it. Alright, the other thing we took a look at today was Exile on the Planet of the Apes, number 1 from Boom Comics. Now, I was never super familiar with Planet of the Apes. Like, I did watch, I'm kind of sorry to say, the Tim Burton remake, but beyond that, not a whole lot of familiarity. It makes me feel kind of sad. So what do you think about the book, though?
I liked it. It was a very interesting political thriller set on the Planet of the Apes. And the cool thing about this series and this concept is that you can do so many allegorical stories, which I really like. And I like the way that they approached this. It didn't feel like an action book by any stretch of the imagination. And the art was really good in it as well. It was just a very smartly written political thriller, and I really liked it.
See, I like the story a lot in it. I mean, it was kind of neat seeing the apes take on that kind of humanity, and then and seeing humanity painted in like this kind of like primate kind of light. I mean, it's almost kind of insulting, really.
Right.
But for the most part, like the story, the art seemed like a little bit flat for me. I was not a huge fan, but what do you think about the art?
I like the art. I thought it was pretty well done. It wasn't Gabriel Hardman. It's more computery than I generally like, but I thought it told the story really well, and I mean, some of the characters are hard to tell apart, but that's just, I mean, the way that they look, it's very hard to convey the different apes with their own personality. But I thought the art definitely did its job, and I thought it conveyed the characters really well.
But to be fair, though, I thought they did use like the names of the apes a lot more than you might have otherwise seen in a comic book. And I think, like you're saying, that was just necessary because so many of them look the same that it's kind of
you see that a lot with anthropomorphic characters. They do it in turtles a lot too when they're wearing the same colored masks. At least. But I mean, I thought it was a really well done book, and I liked it a lot.
Yep. Something else we want to talk about this week. We really don't have a graphic novel pick this week, but we did have a couple of honorable mentions or books that we would recommend checking out. Jack, what'd you pick?
I picked Journey into Mystery from Marvel Comics. This is basically Thor without Thor. It has all of his secondary characters and all that stuff going on. I've actually read the first hardcover, and I'm about to get the second hardcover, which comes out tomorrow. But this is just a really, really fun, well-done book. It's got Kid Loki is the main character, just a child version of Loki who's trying to decide whether he's going to be a hero or villain. And it's just a very fun book, and it's one of Marvel's best books right now. Their best Thor book for sure.
And my pick for this week is Thief of Thieves #2. The first one came out, I think it was
a month ago.
Well, it would have been exactly a month ago. This is a dumb thing to say. But it was from Robert Kirkman, and it's a pretty cool story. It's kind of like an espionage spy thriller, and you're not really sure where it's going to go. So I was really looking forward to reading the second issue to kind of figure out what else we'll find out about this character and the next job he's going to take as a professional thief. All right, that's all we've got for this week, so thanks for tuning in again. Also, don't forget, we do have Friday Night Magic. We put that on our Facebook earlier today. This Friday, we're going to do Friday Night Magic Standard Tournament starting at 7 o'clock.
Yeah, also, check us out on Free Comic Book Day, the first Saturday in May. We're going to have Ernie Hudson, Noel Fisher, Don Best, and a bunch of other awesome guests, and it's just going to be a lot of fun, so remember to check us out.
Yep, don't forget to shop local. See ya.
See you. Hello and welcome back to this week's episode of Puck Nuts. I'm Ming Chen.
All right, Avengers Assemble. Ooh, I had it that time. You in there? Sure time. Big boom.
False advertising.
I'll take the Green Lantern hero clip, please.
And I'll be like, shut the